Pablo Escobar, the rise and fall of the king of cocaine. He was called El Patron, the king of cocaine, and at one point, he was one of the richest men on earth. But behind the billions and the mansions was a man whose power came with chaos, blood, and fear. This is the story of Pablo Escobar, the drug lord who ruled a nation like a king and fell like a shadow. Pablo Emilio Escobar Gaviria was born in 1949 in Rio Negro, Colombia. He grew up poor, but even as a boy, Escobar dreamed of one thing: money. Teenage years, he was already running small hustles, stealing tombstones, smuggling electronics, and selling fake lottery tickets. But by the 1970s, Pablo found his golden opportunity: cocaine. While the rest of the world saw cocaine as a luxury drug, Escobar saw a business. He built a network that smuggled tons of cocaine from Colombia to the United States every month. At the height of his power, Escobar's Medellin cartel controlled 80% of the world's cocaine trade. He made so much money that he spent $2,500 a month just on rubber bands to hold his cash. More than many countries' economies at the time. But Pablo didn't just want wealth, he wanted respect. He built homes for the poor, soccer fields for children, and hospitals for the sick. To the people of Medellin, he was Robin Hood. In 1982, Escobar was even elected as a member of Colombia's Congress. But behind the politician's smile was a violent empire built on fear. When the government turned against him, Escobar declared war. What followed was one of the darkest chapters in Colombia's history. Escobar ordered the assassinations of judges, politicians, and police officers. He blew up planes, bombed buildings, and turned Medellin into a war zone. His message to the government was simple: plata o plomo, silver or lead, take the bribe or take the bullet. Over 4,000 people were killed under his orders, and yet many still saw him as a hero. By the early 1990s, Escobar's empire began to crumble. The Colombian government, backed by the U.S., launched Operation Search Block, a full-scale hunt for the world's most wanted man. In 1991, Escobar surrendered under his own terms, building his own prison called La Catedral, complete with a bar, jacuzzi, and football field. But when he murdered 2 cartel members inside, the government moved to transfer him, and Pablo escaped. He went into hiding, constantly moving from one safe house to another, but the circle was closing in. On December 2nd, 1993, just one day after his 44th birthday, Pablo Escobar was finally found on a rooftop in Medellin. After a brief gunfight, he was shot and killed. Some say it was the police. Others believe he pulled the trigger himself. The king of cocaine was dead, and an entire nation exhaled. Today, Escobar remains a figure of fascination, half villain, half legend. His story is a reminder of how absolute power corrupts absolutely, and how greed can destroy everything it builds. He gave homes to the poor, but filled streets with fear. He ruled an empire, but couldn't rule his own fate. Pablo Escobar, the man who wanted to own the world, but lost his soul instead. Those who live by power die by it.